Alright, this is my second attempt at making a video response for your video, because my first one, there was a pretty important part of the video that, I don't know what happened. It is on my phone, so something may have started updating in the background that just got all scrambled. But anyways. Alright, on to... Oh, first, I'm gonna make some assumptions and definitions in this video, and I'm gonna clarify them now so that there's no question about it. So nobody's like, oh, that's a straw man attack. Because that's just an excuse not to talk about it. Alright, so when I refer to Christians, okay, I refer to people who have read and adhere to the beliefs and teachings that are in the Bible. It doesn't really matter what version of the Bible, just in the Bible. Okay? So, if you have problems with what's in the Bible, in my definition of a Christian, you're not a Christian. I'm not talking to you. Don't worry about it. Alright, so, okay. You say that an atheist can't be good because being good would go against the teachings, the lessons of an atheist. Now, atheists don't have lessons. There's no teachings for becoming an atheist. I don't know where you got that idea, but it's completely wrong. An atheist, the word atheist means that there is an absence of theism, an absence of the belief in a god, or more than one god. There's just no belief in a god for an atheist. There's no lessons to that. You just don't believe in God. I know there shouldn't be a word for it. It makes it confusing. It makes it seem like there's something more to it than there is. I know we don't have a poet or whatever else you want to throw in there. But there's no lessons to becoming an atheist. Okay, so whatever lessons you were referring to, if you can link to them or something, I'll help you figure out what those were actually about. But an atheist if an atheist is a good person, okay? When you consider your morality, what you do is you consider the actions that you take, the effects they have on other people, and you have to take into account your responsibility for your actions. That's why atheists can be good. That's why most atheists are good. For instance, I wouldn't kill somebody because it would be bringing harm to somebody. It would be taking their extremely precious life away. It's an evil act, and that's why I wouldn't kill somebody. Now, in a Christian worldview as taught by the Bible, and again, this is why I brought that up in the beginning, because I'm referring to the teachings of the Bible, not something that you personally have, even though you call yourself a Christian. I'm talking about Christians as taught in the Bible. Christianity is taught from the biblical account. Alright? So, if you're a Christian in your morality is that God is good, God is all good, God is benevolent, you know, all that good jazz, and you follow what He tells you because the things that He says are good. The actions that He tells you to do are good because He told you to do them. That's why there are excuses for wars and everything else. There was an excuse for taking over America because it was said that it was God, so it had to be good. But in the Bible, for instance, it says that thou shalt not kill. That would be a Christian's reason for not killing because God told them not to kill. Now, that type of morality I don't think should be considered moral, and understand that when I use the word moral, I interchange the word moral and good a lot. I know that moral doesn't mean good, but to me, morality and good, when I talk about morality, I'm trying to speak about the actions that I would believe are good. So, I wouldn't consider blindly following someone's action because you believe that they're good to make you a good person. And in fact, I've heard people, obviously not all Christians believe this. This is, again, it's a straw man, but I've heard many Christians talk about how if there was no God, they don't see why they wouldn't go out and start murdering people, which right there tells me that that person who said that is a bad person. They want to kill people. They are just afraid of God. Again, they don't have the proper mechanisms to deal with goodness and morality. They don't think about their actions and take responsibility of their actions because they're saved by the grace of God, and blah blah blah. All right. By the same outcome, an atheist wouldn't have sex with a child because the atheist knows that a child, being that young, cannot properly comprehend what it means to make that decision. They don't have the world experience or the knowledge to make that decision for themselves. So it's wrong to take advantage of their lack of knowledge. That's an evil act. It would also, that's besides the fact that it would obviously hurt the child physically and mentally. And again, a Christian would not have sex with a child because it would go against laws, which the Bible teaches that you should follow the laws of man as well, because the laws of man are the laws of God, as long as they don't contradict with the laws of God. And again, just following what someone tells you does not make you a good person. It just makes you an obedient one. And obedience is not good. Oh, I almost forgot. I had one last thing to say, and it doesn't really have anything to do with the video, but by the same means, I know this sounds completely kind of off topic and random, but this is just something that I'm having to throw in because it's one of my personal beliefs. Through the same mechanisms that I believe that it is evil to have sex with a child, I believe it is evil to make a child out to be religious, to be Christian, whatever, to raise Christian children. A child doesn't have the capacity to make the decision to willfully be ignorant of what we can prove for the purpose of upholding traditional obedience. That is wrong. Indoctrination of children is a very, very evil, wrong thing to do. Sorry. I feel pretty strongly about that. That's why I had to throw that in there.